Hey guys, welcome to Immortal Realm. Let's start our list. On number 10, we have The Lazy Prince Becomes a Genius. It also has another name, and that is Reformation of the Deadbeat Noble. Irene Pereira is a boy who sleeps to run away from reality. He is a lazy prince. People mock him, calling him a deadbeat, a good for nothing. But he still has no wish to change until one day he dreamed of a swordsman. It was a dream about a talentless man who had been training by swinging his sword for decades. The start of the story might be a bit confusing, but believe me, after you go through many chapters, you will understand that this manhwa is very interesting. The art of this manhwa is very beautiful, but there is one thing that you won't like, and that is our main character is very weak. Number 9 on our list is The Scholar's Reincarnation. The protagonist of this story, Wang Jinwu, in the previous life, he was a martial god of the dark arts. After being cornered by an alliance, he supposedly died by the hands of a monk. He then reincarnates as the son of the lord of the Suju city. He is plagued by a bloody past of murder and death, but finds peace in his reincarnation because of the love and care given to him by his family. His actions are usually to protect or make a better future, but sometimes it can also be for his own benefit. In short, you can say that our main character is not someone who just has only power, but he is also intelligent. The art of this manhwa is decent, but the best thing is the updates of this manhwa are regular, as well as even after reading 100 chapters, it doesn't get boring. Number 8 on our list is I Picked Up an Attribute. Well, it's a popular Chinese manhwa, so I think you have already read it. But still, for those guys who are new to the world of manhwas, you might have not read it. The gaming emperor, Feng Xia, accidentally traveled into the era of magic and cultivation. Attributes, abilities, and strategy can be used to defeat his opponents, and each time he defeats his opponents, he can obtain the skills and attributes of the enemy, turning the world with each battle. The art of this manhwa is good, and the story is also decent. This manhwa is basically more focused on the comedy side rather than the martial arts side. And one more thing, the author has made our main character to be very overpowered, and also our main character is very lucky. It's a good manhwa to read and to pass your time, so you can definitely give it a try. Number 7 on our list is Pale Throne. You know, Pale Throne is a manhwa which is very different than your usual Chinese manhwa. This is a psychological thriller supernatural manhwa. Young Bai accidentally kills someone. From then onwards, he enters the world of killers. A black card appeared in front of the door of the Pale Throne. Who can get this ultimate weapon left by the world's most successful killer? In this manhwa, our main character's accidental mistake of killing someone changes his whole life as he steps into the world of killers. The story is very different, and you cannot predict what is going to happen in the coming chapters. Number 6 on our list is The Book of Legier. The great demon king Ambildon was the first to unite the demon world. One day, a human dared to summon the demon king. It was the greedy and fat prince Legier. However, while summoning the demon king, he had made a mistake in the process, which caused his death. Legier's body is forcefully frozen because of the contract he made with the demon king. Well, I might as well just grant him his wish. The demon king decides to become Legier and grant the wish the prince had before he was frozen to death. Until the day the kingdom of Jiraiya rules the world with power unmatched by anyone. This is the start of a new legend. But the first thing, I should start by losing weight. This is what our main character, or you can say the demon king's first mission is. The art of this manhwa is very beautiful. Well, after knowing the summary, you can already guess that the story is going to be very interesting. It's a new manhwa and people are loving this manhwa, so I think you should also give it a read. Number 5 on our list is Slave B. You know, I never loved this manhwa. You can say it was just a decent manhwa until I read more than 50 chapters. The reason is because our main character is a slave and he is basically a pushover. This is a world whose peace was destroyed by the Shadow Lord. Nero is a half-elf, half-human boy who lost his parents as a baby and was adopted by a slave couple. In this world, slaves are not treated as humans. Since Nero's adoptive parents are slaves, they are mistreated and eventually lose their lives. Now, Nero is alone once more and must shoulder the burdens of his family and do whatever it takes to protect his two younger siblings. If Nero wants to escape his fate, there is only one thing he can do. He must graduate from the Academy ex canem, just like the current emperor Murin, who was once a slave. The reason why I disliked this manhwa at the start was because our main character was very weak. And not only that, but you know how slaves are treated in manhwas. They are treated worse than dogs. But our main character was just a wimp, and that was a major turn off for me. But after reading 50 to 60 chapters, our main character grows stronger, and then people don't humiliate him like the way he used to be humiliated at the start of the manhwa. Number 4 on our list is Volcanic Age. You know, this manhwa is one of my favorite manhwas. You can say this manhwa is in my top 10 list. Ju Seo-cheon, a man who survives the age of war through sheer luck and becomes the elder of Washan faction, only to live a life that is full of regrets and doubts. As he lies on his deathbed waiting for the inevitable, he returns to the past, back to the time when he was a child, when he was under the care of his loving master. From then onwards, Ju Seo-cheon starts a legend. Our main character is a professional swordsman of not only the orthodox sect but also the unorthodox sect. He lives his life with multiple identities. He is also a master assassin, a master bowman, and is also known as the Plum Blossom Swordsman. Our main character is just too overpowered, but it is not just blindly shown that our main character becomes overpowered at the start. No, but instead our main character's growth is slowly shown in the manhwa, and that makes the reader more enthusiastic to read the upcoming chapters. Number 3 on our list is one of the most popular manhwas, and that is Soul Land. You know, it has a lot of chapters. Not only that, but it is so popular that we have an anime adaptation. Tang-san is one of the Tang sect martial art clan's most prestigious disciple and peerless in the use of hidden weapons. With high expectation, the sect elders believe his future to be bright. Yet, Tang chooses to forsake his life at the cost of obtaining the sect's forbidden lore, an action punishable by death. Tang, now content with his ascension of knowledge, sees no reason to keep on living and lumps from Hell's Peak, but little did he know that would not be the end of his existence. After dying, Tang gets reincarnated into a strange world. He is the son of a famous blacksmith. At the age of 6, he takes part in the Spirit Master ceremony and discovers his spirit is blue silver grass, supposedly the world's most useless spirit. In contrast, however, he possesses strong spirit power, now aided by the memories of his previous life, as well as Tang's future as a Spirit Master is in no way bleak. This manhwa is a complete masterpiece. I think you should give it a read. Number 2 on our list is GOSU. A young man set forth to avenge his master, a once powerful martial artist who was betrayed by his own men and barely escaped with his life. Armed with his master's supreme martial arts techniques, he is ready to bring terror and wreak havoc among the Murim. But before he even got started, he learns that the ones who had betrayed his masters are already dead. This is a manhwa in which our main character is a legend, but no one knows because our main character is a chubby guy and he sells dumplings, so people often mistake him for being weak. But to their horrors, when they realize that our main character possesses extraordinary martial arts abilities, they are frightened to death. On number 1, we have this masterpiece known as SHEATH'S Child. Bira is a kid who loves fishing and wandering in the forest with his dwarf grandfather. One day, his grandfather tells Bira to wait for him in the northern part of the forest and disappears. Bira waits for him for many years, living in the forest while befriending a family of bears and staying away from humans, just as his grandfather had warned him to do. By chance, he meets and saves Tanyu's life and later becomes friends with him. Upon hearing that Tanyu is going on a dangerous mission, Bira leaves the forest for the world outside to save his new friend. The art of this manhwa is excellent and the story is also very good. The reason I put this manhwa on number 1 is because of the main character. He is very likable. That's all for today's video and I hope you liked it. You can subscribe to our channel for more videos. Have a very beautiful day.